Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to share how I was able to fix my anxious morning routine using one simple formula and 4 easy steps. In the morning, I would often feel anxious because my cortisol levels were elevated. I would feel overwhelmed and stressed because of my poor sleep habits. And so in this video, I want to introduce you to the R.I.S.E formula that has been helping me with my morning routine so much. Let's begin with the first letter R, which stands for regulate your emotions. The thing is, the reason so many of us feel overwhelmed in the morning is because cortisol, the stress hormone, peaks in the morning as part of our body's natural rhythm. This hormone is actually essential for increasing alertness and energy. And the reason cortisol peaks in the morning is because it kind of prepares our body for the day. Like, it creates this transition from rest to activity. First we were asleep and now we're getting ready to start this day. So we need a lot of energy, we need to feel alert, and we need cortisol for that. But what happens to a lot of us in the morning is we add additional cortisol into our system through overstimulating activities, like using your phone, being on social media, or jumping straight into your work tasks. This really overwhelms your system, and I struggle with this so freaking much because I used to believe that if I do my work in bed, it's amazing. It means that I'm super productive if I'm on my phone, responding to emails, planning some work things, even before brushing my teeth and having breakfast. It just means that I will be super duper successful. But the truth is, all of this cortisol was just flooding my system. And by midday, I felt absolutely exhausted. So what I propose instead is learning to regulate your emotions. And depending on who you are, how much time you have in the morning, how you're going to be regulating your emotions in the morning is going to be different. I'm not a person who likes to have a very long morning routine because I feel like that adds a lot of stress into my life because I know that, okay, now I'm going to be spending like 2 hours on my morning routine and I haven't even started work. So I knew that for me, I wanted to change my morning routine, but I didn't want to make it too long. Now, for example, I don't exercise in the morning at all. I realized it is not for me. All I can do in the morning is get out of bed, not open social media, not be on my phone, have breakfast, do a meditation, do a little bit of journaling, and that's it. What I discovered works great for me is having this slow and intentional start without packing my morning with a lot of endless tasks. So when I wake up, it's important for me to get out of bed immediately because if I'm on my phone, I'm going to waste so much time and I'm gonna start feeling very anxious. I have 2 different journals. The first one is a 5-minute journal. It has a lot of different prompts, so I go through all of these questions really quickly. It helps me stay grateful because it has some gratitude prompts, and then I move on to my actual journal where I just write all of my thoughts, kind of brain dump everything on paper. This morning routine really helps me regulate my emotions because it activates my parasympathetic nervous system. And the super long word basically means that you're activating your rest and digest system that promotes relaxation, recovery, and maintenance processes in the body. Our PNS, or parasympathetic nervous system, works against fight or flight response, and it brings our body into a state of balance. Because when I spend a lot of time on social media in the morning, on Gmail, responding to all of my work emails, that actually increases the levels of cortisol in my body. And it makes me feel like I'm either fighting or running away from myself. Obviously, a super important step in regulating your emotions is making sure that you get enough sleep. If I don't sleep enough, no matter how much I journal or how much I meditate in the morning, it is not going to help me because I'm just going to feel super sleepy and most likely I'm going to fall asleep while meditating. And one brand that has helped me get great sleep every night is Manta Sleep, and I want to say a huge thank you to them for sponsoring a portion of this video. Manta Sleep always talk about the importance of taking regular naps and sleeping enough, and they do not support hustle culture at all. If you do have a little bit of time in your everyday schedule to take a nap, to sleep a little bit longer, please do. Take some time for yourself to recharge your energy. Let me show you the two amazing sleep masks Manta sent me. First up, we have the Manta Pro Mask. This is next level when it comes to sleep masks. It's not only super comfy, but also features an adjustable fit that ensures zero pressure on your eyes. If you like the idea of drifting off without even realizing you're wearing a mask, you're gonna love this one a lot. It's perfect for those long naps or nighttime sleep where comfort is key. This mask is side sleeper friendly and prioritizes comfort. The C-shaped eye cups ensure zero pressure on the eyes and create a perfect blackout seal, maintaining darkness and comfort while sleeping on your side. And the eye cups also expand to maintain a blackout seal when changing positions. And here we have the Manta Sound Mask. It allows you to have complete control over sight and sound, so you can change your sleep environment however you want to. The mask has razor-thin Bluetooth headphones built into a ventilated strap, which allows you to listen to soothing music, meditation, or other relaxing sounds without bulky headphones or discomfort. I think this one will become your favorite mask to use on planes, especially on long-haul flights. If you want to check out Manta Sleep, you can use the tags I left on this video. If you can't see the tags, don't worry about that. You can click the link in the description and use my code Veronika10 for 10% off. Okay, the next letter in the R.I.S.E formula is I, and I stands for inspire yourself. What I personally do to inspire myself in the morning is I listen to a podcast when I'm getting ready. In the past, I would watch YouTube videos, but then with time, I realized that for me, it's really important to actually watch the video really carefully. Like, I want to see the person who is making this video. I want to follow the story, and when I have a YouTube video in the background, I'm not really following it 100% because the video aspect of a YouTube video is often super important. And so that's why I realized that watching videos was distracting me more than it was inspiring me. Now my choice is either podcasts or listening to music. You know, sometimes I don't want to be learning anything new. I just want to dance, I just want to sing, I just want to have fun in the morning, and that is going to be enough. You don't always have to be learning something new 24/7. Absolutely not. And honestly, when our brain is relaxed and quiet, this is when we can be most creative. So we do need this time just for ourselves, you know, without learning anything, without constantly trying to become the best version of ourselves, just being ourselves. This is what our brains need sometimes. What also inspires me a lot in the morning is when I express gratitude towards something. We can be achieving our goals from a place of lack. This is honestly something that I was journaling about a few days ago. I was writing about everything I don't have, everything I would like to have, everything I'm lacking. And then it was like, wait, Veronika, let's actually change the way you're journaling a little bit and let's try this new approach. Writing about your goals, your life, what you're feeling from a place of gratitude. And honestly, at least to me, it feels a lot more motivating to go out there to achieve my goals from a place of gratitude, from a place of kindness towards myself, than constantly telling me, you're not enough, you have to work harder, look at your goals, and you're not even there yet. Moving on to the next letter of the R.I.S.E formula, the letter S, and it stands for simplify your mornings. The first thing that happens when we wake up is we start making decisions, and decision fatigue is a real thing. That is why in the evening after you have dinner, you honestly don't have any energy to make a decision about the show, the YouTube video, the movie you want to watch, just because all day you have been making so many decisions and you are tired of that. And so in the morning, your first decision is, should I get out of bed right now or stay in bed a little longer? And then you make another decision. What am I gonna wear today? what am I gonna have for breakfast? Am I gonna drive to work, or am I gonna take public transportation? And so that is why I try to simplify my morning so that when I wake up, at least some of the things are ready. For example, what I like to do is I like to keep my water bottle close to my bed, because this way I wake up and I hydrate immediately, because it's important for me, for my health, for my body, to just start feeling a little bit more awake. And instead of thinking about making this decision, getting out of bed, going to the kitchen, getting myself a glass of water, it's already there on my nightstand, on the floor, next to my bed, waiting for me. Another thing that I really like to do is I like to plan my day the night before, because I think writing down things on paper or maybe on your computer is just something that really helps our brain offload information at least a little bit. I've been recently contemplating this idea of creating a folder on my camera roll where I'm gonna be saving all of my filming outfits, because sometimes when I set up my camera, when I sit down and I think, okay, what do I want to wear? All of these decisions really tire me out, and by the time I press record, I'm so freaking tired, because for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I was thinking about what to wear. I couldn't really match my clothes together and create a good outfit, even though I didn't even need to create a whole outfit, because you can't see the pants I'm wearing, and I'm literally always wearing the same pajama pants. So maybe you can do the same thing for your work. Create a folder where you're gonna be just taking pictures of all of your outfits that you think are work appropriate, so that in the morning you just open your phone, open that folder, and you're like, okay, I have all of these different options. What do I want to wear? And the final thing that I do to simplify my mornings is I basically create my top 3 priorities for today: high, medium, and low. Because I'm a person who used to have super long to-do lists. I would feel overwhelmed by how many things I had to accomplish every single day. And guess what I did? I would procrastinate. I would do absolutely nothing. And most importantly, I would procrastinate on the most important thing of that day. Like my high priority task, I would just procrastinate on it. I would do something else. I would post my Instagram stories. I would be on my phone instead of actually completing the most important thing of the day. Now that my to-do lists are significantly shorter, I do still experience some kind of resistance towards my high priority task, because it's usually the most energy consuming task. And when this happens, when I think I have this resistance towards my top priority task, I ask myself, did I provide myself with some good quality rest? And the answer is usually no. No wonder I don't want to be doing this top priority task, because it just consumes a lot of my energy that I don't have. And so this is how we move on to the last letter of the R.I.S.E formula, the letter E, which stands for Energize yourself. I think for most people, it's probably going to mean working out in the morning, but I kind of mentioned at the beginning of this video that I don't like working out in the morning. So what I do is I just do a little bit of stretching when I'm still in bed. That's it. It only takes me like 5 to 10 minutes. I stretch, I yawn, I pretend that I'm a cat or a dog, and I do all of those things that cats or dogs usually do after they wake up. You know, downward facing dog, upward facing dog, and then I'm ready to start my day. One YouTube channel that I really like for yoga and stretching is called Jess Yoga. And there, she honestly has a lot of really short videos like this one, 10-minute morning yoga stretch. Just 10 minutes of a gentle yoga practice for all levels. I think it's definitely something that most of us can do in the morning. So guys, the reason I even decided to make this video is because I was that person. And I know that many of you can relate. 2 years ago, I kept putting myself last. I would wake up, I would jump straight into work, and I would feel so proud of that. I didn't have any morning routines, I didn't have any evening routines, I didn't have any time for myself, because all I was doing doing was work. And what happened was I would get sick. I always felt emotionally drained and I never had energy for absolutely anything because all I wanted to do was lay in bed, sleep, but I didn't even have energy to do that, if it makes sense, because I was like this programmed robot who was only programmed to work a lot. My body had to teach me this painful lesson. If we don't prioritize our well-being, our body will find a way to tell us that. Your body will always teach you how to make time for yourself. And it will either be through negative experiences like feeling stuck, drained, or overwhelmed, or from a place of love, from a place of self-care, where you choose to take care of yourself now because you understand the importance of that. Where you exercise not because you're chasing this specific body type, because you don't like this specific thing about yourself. No, you're exercising because you love and accept yourself as you are, and you want your body to be healthy. And here's the truth, we all have time. It's not about having more time, it's about what you're giving that time to. You might say, I am my top priority, I am my biggest project this year, but your actions are your real proof. Are you showing up for yourself in the way that reflects that you are your top priority? I know I kind of left you with a lot of unanswered questions today, but only you know the answers. So if you liked today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you are currently on a hunt to find a good quality, comfortable sleeping mask, I highly recommend Manta Sleep. The link is going to be down in the description, and with my code Veronika10 you will get 10% off. Today I mentioned how my phone and social media is usually something that increases my cortisol levels. So if you want to see how I finally broke up with my phone and stopped being obsessed with social media, you can watch this video right here. Just click right here and keep on watching.